We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park.
Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Allen going to go to the air right away.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Being chased out left. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
So now on fourth down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Patriots take over.
New England's offense set to go.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 45 on second down, Jones.
Checking this down to Stevenson.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, and they go back to Harris.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down, it's Stevenson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Open man right side, Myers. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Folks, kick is good.
And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off.
This one fielded at the 5.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And they will take over possession of the football at the 42-yard line. The sets at the line, ready to go. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They go right back to Singletary. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
That's a play that likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Allen. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Singletary again.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out and right.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Devon Godshaw getting in there and dropping him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Allen now looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say through the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's caught by Myers. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, Jones.
It's Myers again with another catch. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Folks, kick is good.
And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
So all field goals so far, 6-3 our score as the kick is away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, Cook. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And it's a fumble.
it inside the 20.
And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. New England's offense set to go.
And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Again, it's Stevenson.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Allen now on 1st down.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
To throw again on second down. Allen
got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
His first catch, good for 9 in the first down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On first down, Allen. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Allen going to throw.
That's caught by
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Jones.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 36, Jones going deep here for Parker. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Devontae Parker, 36 yards.
And the Pats will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Fulk connects on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Fulk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
The Bills ready to take over. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Allen.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's McKenzie. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Allen going to back away and call a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Second down and 4.
Here's Allen. He'll get this one complete to Davis.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. The Pats at the line ready to go.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half, it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 29, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd and 9, Jones.
He'll get this underneath to Stevenson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here's Stevenson.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Ramondre Stevenson.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
On for the extra point is Folk. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Patriots 20, Bills 10.
Let's go. Let's go right here. It's one play at a time, baby. This is where you step up. It's right here, baby. This is all I got. Come on, go on now. It's all I got. Come on, time to play. You ready to roll? Let's go. Let's go.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Right back to Singletary on second down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Allen. It's caught by Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen buying time to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
On the handoff, it's Singletary, and he stopped immediately there.
Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one.
In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the 2nd half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Buffalo. This offense so far on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
My cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And the defense closes quickly there. We'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
And this returnable for Hines. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Allen off the play fake. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Allen, nifty. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, 35 yards.
And the Bills have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
The touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
And now out come the Patriots.
Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
Now Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll find Parker again, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, New England.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Back to throw again. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw again on second down. Jones.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
Bass on for the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So the Patriots coming out now.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jones, another shot here after the pick six.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Off the play fake. Jones. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 23. Throwing after the interception. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brent, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
On third down, they go with Singletary. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So on fourth down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. They're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. New England's offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Jones throwing on first down. Completes it to Aguilar. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off play action. Jones. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
Wide open receiver, complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll go underneath here to Stevenson.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.